Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Force Unleashed. So last time we went from one cutscene, walked about 5 feet, and then went to another cutscene. We saw our ghost Jedi father, and he said nothing helpful or even particularly that emotional. He just said he never wanted any of this for us, which, okay, sure. But, I mean, one assumes that the main character recognized it was his father because he said father.
The Imperial records indicate that you were in the personal quarters of Captain Austin Stern. Disciplinary reports show that he was reassigned to Kashyyyk due to his extracurricular activities.
What was his extracurricular activities? I think oh, is it hunting? And so, am I supposed to open or close the mouth? Why can't I do this? This feels like a demo. And some of these creatures, yeah, it's like all these creatures could have been in the game, and guess what? They aren't. Not at all. Look at this flat-faced creature. Big horns here. Like, they should all be in the game. Since this game is mostly just the idea of something like World of Warcraft, so I did free a Wookiee over here. I mean, he's not coming after me though, so spare the Wookiee, perhaps. And we'll just look around the edges here. But yeah, if each of these creatures actually appeared in the game, that would be amazing. These shields, by the way, shield generators look way bigger in this game than they do in Lego Star Wars 3. Of course, all that scale's wearing off.
I should have expected the Emperor would send an assassin. It's a coward's tactic.
I do not serve the Emperor. I'm here with Master Coda.
Master Coda is dead. Killed above Nar Shaddaa. My father...
Your father?
Still doesn't look like Carrie Fisher.
He's Coda's contact. How long has your father been feeding Coda information about Imperial targets?
How do you know?
Because Master Coda survived, and he was sent to find you. Let's go.
I cannot leave while this planet is still enslaved. If you are truly a Jedi, then you will destroy that. Once that skyhook is complete, the Empire will start shuttling Wookiee slaves into space. Entire villages will be taken off-world in a matter of days.
The Empire will just rebuild it.
Eventually, maybe. But you will give the Wookiees a chance to disappear. You can take that lift down to the forest floor. It will be crawling with Imperials.
What about you?
Is there still an Imperial transport on the landing platform?
Yes, but I think the pilot might be dead.
And what makes you think I need a pilot?
Juno, I found what we're looking for.
Excellent. I can be at the drop-off point in.
Not just yet. I need to disable the skyhook before we leave.
I don't suppose I could talk you out of that.
Probably not.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do from here.
So, it's kind of, they missed a comedy moment there where R2-D2 should have intentionally bumped into him to just kind of be protective of Princess Leia. And again, we just go from a cutscene to a whole new area. And it's very, very strange that we're now taking part in something in Princess Leia's canonical life, and it's just not going to get mentioned ever in the movies. Like movies 4 through 7. Oh yeah, I met this guy, this Jedi. So I guess if I can immediately get invincibility, what does it matter? A lot of quick time going on here that I wish wasn't going on. See, that's why I would much prefer to do that. Alright. So this is going to require just a little bit of of manipulation, and now the camera's totally in the wrong place. And so we've got these shuttle, or are these prison? Oh, there's Wookiees in them. All right, well, how do we open the Wookiee cages? I guess that opens the Wookiee cages. Are we? Is that one of our mission objectives? Destroy the Imperial Comm Tower. Fight your way through the Wookiee hunting grounds. And so we're gonna have to look at each of these jail cells, by the way, to just make sure there's, like, I don't know how that's supposed to use the Force to open them, but I guess it doesn't matter. As long as the Wookiees don't want to attack me, I'm fine with freeing them. And see, that feels like a much better and more impactful goal than just disabling the comms. Just a bad decision, totally, there. And I imagine that was the plan. It just, this feels so unfinished as we move forward. One of the factors that's quite an interesting one to look at. I do have to get up there, so what do I have to do? Do I have to land right on this thing? That doesn't seem feasible. Can I get some height from here? Can I, like, move this rock? Can you guys move out of the way, please? Right. Just, is that really my solution? Well, that works. That's very clunky a solution, but it worked. Health restored, then immediately jumped into fire. And I doubt there's any more to collect. Will we get another cutscene? Nope.
Attention intruder. This is Captain Ozzy Stern, and you, my friend, are in violation of quite a few Imperial codes. But I'm guessing you don't care. I should like to arrange a personal meeting if you're game.
So this guy, is this somebody special? No, just a shadow guard. And let's see. Like, I don't even. Let's jump up here and see if I'm supposed to cut this power. There we go. That was a difficult one to open. And how about we take this and see if the door's gonna open? Are you gonna open door? I guess not. Just being on this guy until we're done. And the kill animation is a little bit more difficult now. Let's see. So where's the power? Is it seriously just to hit this? No, you've got to pull it from the plug. Okay. Could I have just electrocuted that shadow trooper? That's force power. Look, I'm just getting shot like crazy while this is happening. And there's nothing even in here. Let's not forget we can do that. And again, it would totally feel like there should be something hidden around there. Just continue to free the Wookiees. As if this is a quest. I'm having to make my own game here. And see, yeah, I don't know why I can't just hold, like, target something and then hold down the right trigger to use the Force, and it just should know which way to bend. That would be easier. It's exactly what happens in the Lego Star Wars games, is you find something that you want to use the Force on, you hold the B button down, and it magically does whatever the game intended for it to do. And instead of having an extremely complicated 3D orienting system that I've never seen the likes of before or since. Force Talent Sphere. And they're over here trying to arrest me. Like, you probably just saw me kill 20 of your friends. You're gonna try and arrest me? I have to applaud your professionalism then as a Imperial security officer. And see, that's another argument where you could say, well, maybe a lot of the people that work for the Empire don't realize that it's bad if they have just seen a bunch of Jedi running around and acting like terrorists, which is what they are, undoubtedly. They may be freedom fighters, but they're also terrorists. But they're certainly not acting to minimize casualties or anything like that. He saw that electric plug coming, apparently. And see, that's rather repetitive. I've got to see if this works. I really want to see if this works. It kind of does. Like, if he stands right next to it, it seems like it will electrocute him just a little bit. But not enough. And nothing force-wise is doing... Well, actually, this guy's just really heavily armored in general. So we're all leveled up, and I think that's a good time to do force upgrades, too. And we're just right back to where we are. And let's see, 5 of these. Sorry, I had to look at my phone, get it back to showing me what it's supposed to be showing me. Lightning shield, lightsaber throw, force repel, force grip, and let's see, force repulse at rank 2. Charge a lightning shield, causing it to arc out and damage nearby enemies. I guess we'll take that. And let's move on. We have 2 here, so we can probably purchase something, maybe. Just Sith Smash, whatever. I'll never hit the combinations to actually do those. And then Fortitude, for 3 we can increase our maximum health. Do we really need that? Force Affinity, how fast I recover force, resilience, reduce the amount of damage I take. Decrease the amount of force energy it takes to use force combos. Let's see. I think just in case we'll take Fortitude, and we'll start spending some. We'll get 1 point in everything just in case. But yeah, I think I kind of have everything I already need, and I don't think on the lightsaber side we've got anything different. Seems like just different colors. We could do unstable gold, and maybe we have an unstable yellow that we haven't done, but we haven't found another one of those. And I think I probably missed a couple of those. So we're trying to disable the prison containment field, which makes me wonder if I missed the previous mission of destroying the transmission towers already. Or if I'm gonna... I probably have. And I'm not super...
Do you know I'm gonna need a little help here?
Just a moment. Proxy's accessing the schematics now.
Master, if you can disrupt that tractor beam, the shockwave might be enough to destroy the skyhook. I would start by disabling the traction hooks, but I should warn you, it will be violent.
Well, now this is a surprise. A Jedi. I've always hoped to be able to hunt one of your kind.
So this is an interesting story that's going on here. The bad guy in charge feels like he's hunting me, where I would argue I am running around and destroying his entire build. And see, all of this level doesn't feel like the level before. So they reused a small section from the very beginning when we were playing as Darth Vader, and then they've added they've added new things all around it. Let's see, with my unlimited energy, like with unlimited energy, can I do this and like massively kill this guy? Not particularly well. I believe I'm supposed to probably use the Force and remove those pylons. Had a trouble apparently getting up around that area. Let's go and free more Wookiees, just in case there's any collectibles. And so this, let's see this arcing concept, and see this blue here. I don't know if I'm supposed to destroy this or use the Force on it. It seems like I need to target the tip here and then pull it upward.
Nice work.
There we go. And so this is gonna take a while, and it's kind of a shame I can't just do something like that instead. And see, if they knock me off the edge, then it's again one of those scenarios where the game is totally misdesigned. It seems like I could potentially lift the whole thing from this point. It's like, come on. So, is this a game of... no, my health is really low, so this is not a game of anything. I'm gonna have to avoid taking damage. Because I'm not recovering those things.
Are you ready, Jedi? I'm tired of hunting these filthy Wookiees.
How long have we been going? So, a couple of the skyhooks have been destroyed, but not enough. So do I fight this guy, or do I ignore him? With my health low, I think it would only be wise to, at the very least, kill these guys. guy's doing some damage on me. These snipers. And so I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and destroy most of them, and that way
You're overloading the tractor beam. Just one more power surge and the skyhook should be finished.
so I've got a decent amount of health now. Nobody's really attacking me. So let's go ahead and take this guy on. Doesn't look like there's any collectible or anything over inside that area. But he seems like he might very well just be this optional enemy to take on. Alright. And so I messed that up. Got it this time. Got it. And see, that got me some more force points, and so that was totally worth it in the quest, I suppose. And there's nothing really more to do, so just pull it up and break it. And we freed the Wookiees. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how there's this really cool collection of cutscenes at the very beginning of the game. And we've now seen more than half of those cutscenes. And they do a very good job of showing you like 5 seconds of one cutscene, and then 5 seconds of another cutscene, and then 5 seconds of another cutscene, then 5 seconds from the first cutscene in a different 5 seconds for the first cutscene, making it feel like this game is really a lot longer than it is. But in actuality, we've got, frankly, nothing to really look forward to. Very little, at least. It's gonna be pretty obvious what happens. And see, in total, it seems like we barely took on 60 people. Star Wars in general also has this whole slave aspect, and I feel like George Lucas particularly, but also this game, is bringing up the idea of slavery and then not saying anything special about it at all.
Who was she?
Particularly considering how
Leia
almost
Organa.
every character in the
Her father
original
is Bail
movies
Organa, my
and the
contact in the
prequels
Senate.
are
I want
white.
to talk to him.
You can't.
I just rescued his daughter on a planet overrun by stormtroopers.
You can't talk to him because I can't find him! He's gone missing, boy.
When?
Bail tried to recruit me to rescue Leia. I refused, and he went in search of another Jedi, Master Shak Ti. I told him it was too dangerous, but the fool went anyway, alone. And vanished as soon as he landed on
Felucia.
The Force is strong in you, my boy. To be able to sense my thoughts.
You're just easy to read, old man.
Well, then you should already know our next mission. We're going to Felucia to rescue Senator Organa.
So apparently he thought about killing him right then and there.
Eat up, Senator.
Why are you keeping me here, Maris? Your master would be disgusted with you.
You're something to trade if Darth Vader finds me. Now shut up and eat. And if you're thinking of escaping, just remember that my new pet is very hungry.
So she kind of immediately gets consumed by the dark side. Seems like a weak plot twist, really, just to justify the actions they needed her to take. And so we're back to the same planet, which, remember, this planet was one of the planets where we walked in an area and it just totally skipped a major section. And look at that, sky dolphins. Interesting. And we've got more Star Wars music playing. And we can do a lot of that. So what are we shooting for here? I guess our first step would be to determine what our goals are and see how long this level is going to really be. I'm like, let's see, mission objectives 15, release the Sarlacc, get 425,000 points. Yep. And see, we kind of went through an entire level again in less than 30 minutes. And again, I feel like they're being kind of slightly exploitative here, just having that character in a tube top, and I don't know. I mean, what can I say more about that? It's just, it feels slightly exploitative that the only female we've seen so far that's been fully clothed is Princess Leia. Well, fully clothed being the wrong example, because Juno is fully clothed. It's just she has a low-cut shirt too, and I don't want to get into it too much. It's just it seems more than a coincidence. It seems intentional. I think that's it. And then there's an imbalance, because this is the main character here. Star Killer is his name, which I'm not even sure I've mentioned that. I don't know if he has any other like name or first name or anything like that, but he's supposed to be the main character, and he's just not being focused on even as the main character. His love interests, or potential ogle interests at least in some cases, are becoming a lot of times more of a focus. I also feel like Dr. Coda, General Coda, is not doing they're not really doing the greatest of service to his character either. He went from like a general to a drunkard with nothing in between. How am I supposed to do this? I guess that's how you have to do it. Wow. That was a difficult one. And see, I need my sword to start doing more damage, because this is not working. And if I'm gonna start running into more and more of these troopers with heavy armor, Imperial Purge Trooper, that's gonna just add to a already grindy game. This game suffers from having a core gameplay that's not good. It's just grind. And that, for the time, was the way games were made, and it was acceptable when this game came out. In fact, it would have been probably applauded when this game came out. But by today's standards, this would be the thing that you would take out. I very well may take out all the gameplay and just have this be a cartoon or a movie. take all the cutscenes and see what you can fill in between to have. Well, that certainly looked like there was something there. And there is something there. Interesting. Well, if there's one there, then is it possible that there was one over this way? And these like pus scabs. Like, was I supposed to use the force on this and pull it up? No? Guess I wasn't. What happens if I do this? I take damage and get bounced back. Good to know. So we have a slightly different area we're going to. It doesn't feel like we're just walking down the same paths. That isn't to say we aren't, though, because they could probably trick me pretty well if they just had me run backwards down a path, or if they just storyline said you have to travel in the same area again. And that's exactly what would happen if this was a MMO game, is you would just have a lot of that happening. And this guy cannot be knocked over the edge. And I guess that explains why the edges are so low in so many places that I can fall over, is they wanted you to be able to use the force push to knock over the enemies. And it's interesting how this thing just disappears as soon as you're not looking at it. That's a bad engine. That shows a lack of video RAM that probably was very much the case when this game came out. Everything disappears. That is something that's going to become more and more an issue if VR becomes a great thing. Is no longer can a game assume you're just going to look forward. Somebody could at any point in the game turn around, and it's only going to make them motion sick if they turn around and it's blurry or there's no image there at all. So yeah, this looks like a different area. I haven't been charging up very much. Let's just throw all these. I still feel like I'm not doing enough damage. And this is on Apprentice level. Like, how many extra hits does it take on the more difficult levels? Let's see, there's a guy up there. And how am I supposed to reach that? There's a guy up here. So how am I supposed to get up to that? Am I capable of jumping on these? Doesn't seem like it. Although that would make some sense. And like, I can stand here, jump and dash, but unless there was something that severely lengthened my dash, that's not gonna work. Now we're going long. And now the walls get closed down and we're trapped in an area for an in-game cutscene. And I was trying to collect something and the game decided no. Oh, it actually blocked off the area where I was going, not the area where I was coming from. Interesting. So another collectible here. And and then I fall down that, and seems like there was something there to collect that one, but that actually isn't a holocron, so I'll just leave that one alone. And we finally have gone over 30 minutes after me checking several times. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.